Video on how to make danshiki using ashoke. So ashoke comes in stripes like this. They are the ones they call loom that are wider and long, and I think they are by 45 inches. So they are not as long as these ones that come in. I think this 6.5, either 6.5 or 7 inches. Those loom are wider, but they are not as long, right? So if you have the loom, of course, you join them end to end. If you also have this one, you join end to end. In addition to leaving hemming allowance and sewing allowance, you are still going to leave like another 2 to 3 inches for imperfection allowance. This is what I am talking about. So after joining the ashoke, because you are not perfect, there will still be this excess. See, it's also to accommodate for this shortage, you just add 2 to 3 inches so that when you are done, you are still going to be within track. Now, this is how you join the ashoke end to end, referring to by saying end to end. So if you look at this from a distance, it probably would look like one plain fabric, but it was joined at this point. So it was joined at this point. Now see what it looks like on the wrong side. So it still looks just as neat. So if you decide to join it this way, when you sew it together like this, then you now want to start opening it, it's going to look rough on the inside. It won't make sense, right? So you're also going to measure the back of the person. That's like from the center back to like the elbow. That's usually where danshiki is supposed to get. If it is too short, if the person wants it too short, well and good. But then again, when it is too short, in my opinion, it doesn't look as beautiful as it looks when it is long enough. So if you are making the danshiki to look like the traditional one, that's the ones that are not cut on the shoulder at all, it's going to fold. So this is, let's assume this is the ashoke, right? It's going to the back like this. So there is no joining at this point. So you just take the long piece of ashoke laying on your table, fold it in two, and then, so this is it. You folded it 2, then you fold again 4, then you cut your neck. You cut the neck here. So if this is the fabric you're using for the danshiki, using the traditional method, so of course it's going to be folded like this. Right? So it's folded like this. This is acting as the front. This is serving as the back. So when you're done with that, you now fold it like this again. Right? Fold it like this. Then you create your neck. Your neck will be created here. Of course, remember that the back of the neck is not as deep as the front. So when you are doing it, ideally they have embroidery. So once you just give it to the embroidery guy, just create a knot here. Just cut this part and give it to the embroidery guy. He knows exactly what next to do. Then when you are sewing, so this is the neck here. If this is the neck already created here, so you just leave like 8 inches or so, and then you sew a straight line down. So this is going to serve as the armhole. This is already the neckline. Then you sew this all the way down. You open this when you are sewing so that it creates a beautiful finishing for the armhole. Then this is the opening where you are going, where the wearer will wear the clothes. Then you fold this like 2 inches. Of course, you've already sewn down this part, right? So you now bend this part, and that is exactly all you need to do to make a traditional danshiki. But of course, we're doing something modern. So this is how we call the modern ones. A danshiki using ashoke fabric, right? An horizontal line that will mark the reference point. So here, this is where the neck is going to be. It's going to have an embroidery, so I don't need to create. I'm not supposed to go ahead and cut out the neck. The embroidery work that is done will determine what the neck is going to be. So I use the shoulder slope of 3 inches and roll out this shoulder seam, and I take it all the way. Now, if I was using a normal light fabric, I would have made this extend by 2 inches. But because it's ashoke, the whole thickness, I don't want to be folding multiple layers so that it doesn't break the knee. So we'll use a normal fabric to turn in the sleeve part. Right. So I'll reserve 8 inches for the armhole. Right. Then the length of this, I intended to work with 40 inches. So I'm fortunate, I'm within range. So this is 42, so I just go ahead and mark off. I want to reduce the fullness at the base of the ashoke. So this is supposed to be like, in the back panel, we done with the front. So as we do with kaftans, we place the front on top of it. Now you can tell already that I made the back longer deliberately, because when I'm folding it to kiss with the front panel, it's going to get shorter. So I made the back, I added just one of it when I was joining the back stripes of Ashoke. So we call it's usually well, one of them is usually called Ofi. I mean they are usually called Ofi. Ashoke or Ofi. So as we do with kaftan, I'm just going to alright. So having done that, I will now move this downwards. I hope this is going to get to 4 inches without. So this can only barely up to 4 inches. So I'll just move it downwards to align it. What I have here. Proceed to bend this. When we are done cutting the front and the back, move over to sewing. This is me still doing the cutting, which I'll be done in a second. The sewing part is regarded as the front part in tailoring. Alright, so this is me overlocking the slanted part on both the front and the back, after which I'll move over to the straight sewing machine to join both the front to the back, or to join the front to the back. Then I move over to the ironing table to open out the seam. Having done that, I'll be moving over to the embroidery machine to attach the monogram to... Okay, before then, now you recall the center point that I notched when I was cutting the front, right? We no longer need it in getting the neck because it's going to be in the front. The center of the neck should be on the back piece of the clothes. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I align the armhole, right, as I'm doing in the video. Then I'm going to properly position where the center point of the neck should be. If you hold on to the part where I'm going to do the monogram, it would make more sense. I usually struggle with voiceover on videos because I feel you are actually seeing what I'm saying. So there are times talking can be distracting. But then again, I don't want to have dead air. I don't want the video to look like it's sounding without music. If I put music on it, YouTube can tell me it's piracy. So just manage my voice. Okay, so this is me attaching it. I actually learned how to use Phoenix machine when those Phoenix guys were committed to disappointing. So I went to meet somebody to come teach me, and then he taught me, and since then I've been doing it. I've even trained people on how to do it, and it has been a lifesaver. So I no longer get to disappoint people unnecessarily. Any monogram, I mean, this Phoenix guy can be so arrogant about it when he disappoints you. They do it like, what do you want to do? You Kuku cannot use the machine before, so bear with us. Alright, this video is taking too long and I don't know what to say anymore. Next stage now would be next step would be to turn the sleeve in using a black fabric. to be coming up in the next frame. Right, so this the tailor attaching that piece of fabric to the supposed sleeve opening. Then it's going to top stitch it. After top stitching it, it turns it inside, bends it. Then the next step is to sew the side seam, then go to overlock. It's showing in the video anyway. As I said earlier, I don't want to have dead air, I don't want to add music so YouTube doesn't flag my video. And even if I say I should give motivational speech, I don't know how long the video is so that my speech doesn't die halfway. I'm sure my voice is already irritating some people, but just manage with me. All right, thank you for watching. This is exactly how to make danshiki. No part of the process was hidden. Yeah, this is doing the bottom hem. Fold it in by 2 inches, and yeah, that's how to make danshiki. Agbada is even way more easier. Hopefully I'll do that in a bit. Thank you for watching.